Yes, sir. It's the Going for the Gusto podcast. We back at it. It's your boy, the Big Cheese. He's the cheesiest cheetah in the jungle. Chester Cheetah ain't got on me. It's your boy, Queso Casino. We here with Boom Bam Banowski. We could call that man Slick Rick. Man, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, we here, man. We live, we lit, we everything, man. We going for the gusto. That's what we doing, man. We up, man. We here. Talk a little college football on this fine Saturday morning.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Sorry about last week, y'all. You know, we had some things going on, but we back and we in full effect. All right, man. So we've been keeping track of our season picks, and last weekend it ended up I'm 11-4. Rick, you 10-5. James, you 9-6, and then Sam is also 11-4. Pretty impressive. So we will go underway with week 4. So college game day. They lost to Tennessee. They got Tennessee versus Florida. What you got for the pick?
So that's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna have to rock with Tennessee. They look like they got a more complete offense. I think on the defensive side of the ball, they'll be about equal. So I think it'll be a pretty close game. It'll be like 28-24 Tennessee.
Hey, man, I share your same sentiments exactly. I am in love with Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker, that's my guy. I think he's going to be a top 15 pick. I feel like he's a pretty good quarterback overall. He got Knoxville pumping. So I got Tennessee 35-21. Yeah, man. So we gonna move on to the next one. We got Clemson at Wake Forest. Man, Clemson. What you got? You said rolling who?
I'm rolling with the upset. Man. I got Wake Forest, man. They look good the last 2 weeks, man.
Boy.
And DJ is just inaccurate. I just don't understand. Like I don't understand where he be throwing the ball at sometimes, man. So like Clemson pulled out a couple of games because they've been playing teams that they've been way better than. So they eventually pull out the win, but they did that against Wake Forest. Like I think I'm rolling with the upset, man. I got Wake Forest in this one.
Man, listen, man. It don't even be DJ. It be Will Shipley running the ball, or the man just be lucky and throw the ball to Antonio Williams. And then Antonio just be doing something with it. So I just be like, ain't no way, DJ, man. Ain't no way he was a 5-star quarterback. Ain't no way.
I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. Like the star rating had a glitch when it came in.
Because when you come from Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence, and then you go into DJ. Chase Bryce transferred, and he's doing big things at Appalachian State, and you got DJ. Ain't no way. Man, listen. They got Sam Hartman down there at Wake Forest. They got A.T. Perry.
Yep.
Them boys. Them boys hot.
Hey, listen, the ACC about to step it up a little bit, man. They got a couple of teams that I've been watching. Like even Pittsburgh played Tennessee tough last week.
Right.
They lost, but that was they played tough, so
right.
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
Hey, man, so without further ado, man, I got Wake Forest, man. It's going to be a shootout. Wake Forest. I'm going to say 42-38. Because that's all Wake Forest games tend to be, are shootouts, to be quite honest. And if we going to go back to the SEC, we got Arkansas at Texas. My boy, KJ Jefferson.
Of course.
KJ. I ain't even gonna, man, listen.
Dude, listen.
Jimbo Fisher need to get it together. Because if Jimbo Fisher don't get it together, Nick Saban gonna be on his neck by the end of the season. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Forget it, NIL. Forget the number 1 recruiting class. The man is gonna be on his neck, and Alabama gonna be back on top. I got Arkansas by 10. I can't give you a score, but I got Arkansas by 10.
Dude, look, listen. Check this out. Texas A&M ain't it. They ain't it. Like when they win, it be confusing. It's like you look at the game, you're like, well, y'all won, but it didn't look impressive. I mean, they beat Miami last week. I did pick Miami because I had false hopes and dreams.
It's Miami.
Right, I had false hopes and dreams, but
hey, shout out to Greg. Shout out to Greg Roper. That was a Miami fan.
Trey Beasley too. Hey, shout out to Trey Beasley, man.
Trey L taste, Bubba L things.
but yeah, man, like A&M, man, they can't beat Arkansas. KJ Jefferson, I got a lot more to say about him later in the show, man. I mean, I want y'all boys to let us know in the comment section down below what y'all think about A&M, but right now, A&M don't look like they really do anything, so I'm rolling with Arkansas, man.
Right. All right, man. So we going down to the Big 12. We got Baylor at Iowa State. Man, I'm rocking Baylor. Baylor has been looking pretty good so far. They might have had some minor setbacks, but hey, I think Baylor gonna pull this one out. I got Baylor 24-17.
Oh, this where we disagree for the first time. I'm rolling with Iowa State, man. Baylor looks like they can't stop the run, man. They can't stop the run. They don't look great. So I think I'm gonna roll with Iowa State. I think it'll be a close game. Baylor can obviously always score. I mean, all Big 12 teams like they can score.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey.
So like I don't have to worry about that. But
listen, you say can't stop, boy. Bryce Hall don't play for him no more, boy. Bryce Hall in the NFL.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I know Bryce Hall. Yeah, but teams like that got a philosophy, man. Like if running the ball is your philosophy,
run the ball.
Kenneth Walker in the league too, but you see Michigan State, they gonna run the ball. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. And when you got a team with a philosophy, like that, them boys in high school who play running back, like, oh, they run the ball. I'm like, goody. So they'll be all right.
All right. Then we got our last matchup of the day. We got Joe School, Big Texas.
Yeah, man.
They're not the little one. Big Texas at Texas.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Well, I mean, I'm rolling with Texas. Like Texas Tech, I tried to I caught part of their game last week. I couldn't catch the whole thing just to see how they look because, like I said, in the Big 12, man, you got to be able to score. But the thing is, I think we don't got our quarterback for 4 to 5 more weeks, but I think we gonna rely on Bijan. We gonna run. All we gotta do is be able to play a little bit of pass defense, so we should be all right. I still think they're gonna score a good bit of points, so I can see them getting at least 28. So we gonna have to have probably about 35 to win this game. But I think the more we run the ball, we gonna be able to control the clock because they're not stopping Bijan.
Man, listen, man, I got Bijan with 4 touchdowns today. So everyone, and that being said, I got Texas getting 42 points up there because somebody else got to score. But man, it's sad to see what happened to Quentin, man. Man, Quentin is an X factor for y'all. But yeah, man, I got Texas. Kind of shootoutish. But if they play the same defense that they play against Alabama, the score can easily be 42-7. So guess what?
The only thing about that is that when we play Bama, it's about stopping the run when you go down to Bama. You stop the run. Like, because we can stop the run. Look like we got some people in the interior. We gonna stop the run. Mm-hmm. When you play a team like Texas Tech, they like to spread you out. So that's why it's gonna be a different kind of ball game. Once you get spread out, and you got to see what the corners and safeties really trying to do.
Yeah, and then it's according to the team you playing, all the hype and stuff. So you usually like play towards the standards of the team that you're playing, unless you like playing like a cupcake school. Well, never mind. I can't even say cupcake school because the cupcakes looking pretty impressive this year.
True, that's true. Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna go Texas 42, Texas Tech 24. Sound about right in there. So man, as those games get underway, starting at 12 o'clock today, we gonna keep a close eye on that. So with that being said, we're gonna introduce a new segment, brand new segment. It's gonna be called "Is He Really That Guy?" So this is a segment where you can see if a player is actually really impressive on the field, he's worth the hype, or if his abilities aren't really all there, he's just overhyped. They're all talk, no bite, all bark, no bite. So man, actually, I'm gonna start this one off with an apology. He isn't here. James, man, me and Rick, we gave you a lot of flack that episode ago. Anthony Richardson, man, he ain't that guy. No.
This is the thing.
I watched that Kentucky game, man. He had looked terrible. And the boy can't throw. He can run, but he can't throw. Like, it's not like he Lamar Jackson. He can run and throw, but he got a bad scheme on him. No, he literally can't throw. Like he's super inaccurate. Like I don't see it.
Nah, like like him, he's like he's ultra athletic, and I'm more impressed with his athleticism.
I am too.
I didn't expect like he don't have a good he don't got good quarterback footwork or none of that stuff. I think if he get a coach that teach him how to drop back and step off his back foot and throw, the balls will be more accurate because he's in a throwing motion rather than just running around crazy and flicking the ball. I think it's going to take coaching the same way. I think for Lamar Jackson, it took coaching. Like his coach started telling him, man, you got to drop back. Your footwork matters when you're going to play the quarterback position. If your footwork messed up, being able to throw the ball far ain't going to help you because the footwork all messed up. So I think the main thing with Anthony Richardson is, because I said this in the other episode, like throwing, he has to get better throwing the ball. That's one thing we already do. Yeah. So I still think he still can be an electric football player. He just has to. He gotta, take some time in the lab, man. Like, in the off season, he gotta get better at that. Like we had to see Cam get better. Cam was wildly inaccurate at one point in time too, especially at Auburn. He just throwing the ball at nobody half the time. He'll get better.
Man, I don't know, man. Well, to say the comparison between him and Lamar, I mean, we saw Lamar get better. His completion percentage went up year after year after year. But, Lamar was the guy. So, he knew the criticism he faced. He knew what he had to do. He got the coaching. He improved year by year. And this is like Anthony's first season as like a starter. Right. No competition because Emory's down in Arizona State. Hey,
Arizona State.
Man, yeah. How Emory got Herm Edwards fired, man?
Man, shout out to my guy Herm, man. Herm, he just can't.
Emory,
he can't buy a wish, man.
Man, listen, ain't no way you losing to Eastern Michigan. Like, you
Herm
out of there. No,
Herm old school, man. Herm too old school. He don't want to adapt to the new times, man.
Man, he ain't even about adapting. Your team should be significantly better. Like how I said earlier, the cupcake schools pretty impressive this year. I don't know, man. Listen, Emory Jones got fired. So I don't know, man. So we will see. Well, I'm gonna see by Anthony today because they play in Tennessee. So the SEC gonna get harder and harder and harder. So I'm just gonna have to see about the man. And then I got another. Oh, and shout out to James. James was actually right about something for once. And I got one more guy. I think this guy, he's something special. He's that deal. He's the next Saquon Barkley. And so, and that being said, we're going to Penn State running back Nicholas Singleton. A couple weeks ago, he had 10 carries for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. Y'all, that's 17.9 yards a carry. Even though it was against Toledo, that's explosive. He had a 70-yard run. Saquon was doing that. When he was in school against schools like Ohio and then Miami, Ohio, and Central Michigan and stuff like that. He was doing that. And, I see the same caliber player. And then speaking of Central Michigan, they play Central Michigan today. So, I expect another big game from him too. Another probably 150. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, like schools like that, like when they play certain schools, those running backs do get off sometimes because the old line be blowing people up.
Yeah.
So they get them big yard runs. But I saw Buddy a little bit. I kind of like it, man. I think he is impressive. The next Saquon is a special type of body type.
Yeah.
Wide and big.
What they call it, man? Say quads. That's what they call it.
Yeah. His quads look like telephone poles and stuff.
Man, listen. That's a crazy nickname to give to somebody, boy. Listen,
No, and so and Keith, so let me ask you about this, right? Because it's not really a play on my list, but like CJ Stroud is what we got to talk about. Is he it or is he not it? Because we saw him against Notre Dame, he looked kind of pedestrian. Then he played the quote unquote cupcake schools, and now he had 4 touchdowns. You know, what you think he gonna look like inside? Big Ten competition.
Oh, he gonna look like the Heisman Trophy winner. That's my boy, Ryan Day, the most electric offense in the nation. The most electric Alabama don't got the weapons like that.
No, that's a reach, bro.
No, USC got weapons, but they don't got the weapons like how they do. Man, they got Marvin Harrison Jr. They got Jackson Henigba. They got Trivion Henderson, and they got an elite defense. Man, come on, man. That boy's the Heisman Trophy winner from now to the end of the season. CJ.
No, but check this out now. We gotta be honest though. We gotta look at his performance. The only rank they played a ranked school. Notre Dame looks bad, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They only put 21 points out against Notre Dame. So we can't sit here and act like they just ran through competition like they supposed to. When they started putting out points, it's against no-name schools. So we got to be honest, like, yeah, you got those weapons, but you got to make it happen because sometimes having too much weapons can be a bad thing. Because now the quarterback don't know who to give the ball to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring it up. But I'm gonna tell you who's really that guy. My guy KJ Jefferson. We was talking about it earlier. Like, I'm all in on KJ Jefferson and shit. I've seen enough. I'm gonna rock with him.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he is a football player.
Yeah. Yeah.
He do everything like he with the legs. He's deceptively fast. He's a little bit more fast than what people give him credit for. When I first saw him run, I'm like, man, he probably or 7. I seen him run again. I'm like,
stupid accurate.
4.5,
stupid accurate with the
like,
ball. Come on, man.
Yeah, like he man is exactly what I thought, and I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give Caleb Williams credit, man, because like
y'all you talking
like
about
USC.
Those are my
like
people.
I was, shout out to Cheese on this one because I wasn't extra big on him at first. I was like, okay, well, Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, but then he was like, I'm gonna do the smart thing. I'm gonna go follow my coach, right? I'm gonna do the smart thing, and the offense is looking good now. Can USC stop anybody when they get into? Inside their conference. Do they play Oregon this year?
Yeah,
that might be their biggest matchup.
Like when they get to like the back end of the slate, they got like Oregon. They play BYU. They
should beat BYU though.
I forgot. But if you want us to be really accurate, boy, I'll pull up the schedule right now.
Yeah, because I mean, bro, they should beat BYU, right? Even BYU is a team people should watch out for because BYU. Looks to be like a well coached. They discipline. On defense because they not giving up big plays, which is what I'm all for that. Don't give up the big play. Make a team drive the ball down the field on you. Make them 10 to 15 plays at least if they gonna score.
Right.
And give yourself a better chance doing that. But man, I'm impressed what I seen from Caleb Williams because he played big in every game. That's why I brought up CJ Stroud because Caleb looks better than CJ right now.
Well, I got
but the competition matters though, right? The competition matters. We got to see when they go up against somebody that matters though.
Well, I got the schedule pulled up. So they got Oregon State today, Arizona next week, Arizona State next week, Washington State. They got Utah after that, then Arizona, then Cal, Colorado, USC, UCLA, and then Notre Dame for their rivalry game at the end of the year. So
Washington State can play them tough because they always do.
Yeah.
And then Utah is the team they probably got to worry about the most. Then
still ranked, still looking pretty good. Yeah.
Utah solid across the board. So.
Yeah.
If
it wasn't for that Florida game, they'd probably be top 10.
Yeah, and the thing is, they couldn't win the Florida game. They wasn't expecting Anthony Richardson to be as fast as he was because I wasn't expecting that either.
Right.
Like they couldn't do anything about that.
Oh, Anthony Richardson. Oh man,
That's crazy. But
all right. What you got?
Yeah.
What else you got?
No. I'm good on that. We can go. We can move on.
All right. So we got another topic for you guys. Something that's new, something fresh. So we got who's hot and who's not. So it's which team that we think that's hot and which teams that we think that's definitely not. So
Right.
would you want me to go first or you want to go first?
No. So let me start with my teams that's not right. Notre Dame is not it. I don't. It's almost like when you watch them play, they look like they're a broken team. And you know, I know a lot of people put it on the first year head coach they got, right? Which I understand that. It just they look like they don't know what they're doing. And they're playing against teams you can tell they're more talented than, but they just can't put it together. I don't know if the players don't respect the coach, which I would hate for that to be a case, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it looks like the players don't really respect the coach, and they go out there and I'm watching them play, and I'm like, that should have been an easy play. Like, what is the play call? What's going on? Like, what's going on with the route concepts? It's
right.
You run it like either people running the wrong routes or why is two people in the same area? Like, what should be the route concept here? I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
look like high school.
They definitely not. And Michigan State, man. Michigan State, I'm a little bit disappointed in. I thought Michigan State would have been up there with the top 4 team. I thought they would have been the 4th team in that division, right? You know what I'm saying? With Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, and then Michigan State. Michigan State don't look like they're gonna be up there. Like the loss they took was just like, I was going back looking at the game. I was like, what is this? Like, this is kind of like
because we wasn't expecting that. We wasn't expecting that at all. Like, there's no way we was expecting that.
I mean, well, the one that I can say about them is they not it, but I respect them. I think they're gonna play Ohio State and Michigan tough because they always do. They're gonna get themselves riled up for the rivalry game. But that's my 2 teams that they just not it. They not it this year.
Right.
You know, we expected more out of them. But I do think Notre Dame will be able to bounce back because that's such a storied franchise school that I think, you know, they're still going to get players and they'll be able to put it together. But that's who's not for me. What you got, bro?
All right, man. For who's not, I only got one team. The only team I need to talk about. South Carolina. The Gamecocks. They're terrible. Like, beyond terrible. I never seen a 3-game start look this bad since. I can't even remember. That's the thing. Like, I don't remember us having, like, 3, like, you got Georgia State. We gave up 200 rushing yards. Arkansas, we gave up 258 rushing yards. Georgia, we got dismantled. We couldn't even put up 21. It was just like, what are we doing? It looked like it.
But Georgia
was discombobulated, and I mean, I expected Georgia to win the game, but not like that. At least put up 14. At least put up 14, maybe 21, 17.
Well,
maybe.
I wouldn't go too far because I mean Georgia looked like a well-oiled machine right now, right? They look like they never lost a beat. You know, Stetson Bennett and all. Like they just look like they never really lost a beat, and they can play defense, bro. Like, and what they do is Georgia offense isn't great, but their defense so good that they control the field position.
No, hold on, hold on. They can play defense, but Spencer Rattler can't throw the ball. Like,
no, he can throw it. He just not throwing it to the way he's supposed to throw it to. He can throw the ball. He got the arm. He's one of them players that needed to be directly coached, right? Like he needed a coach that Lincoln Riley was working for him because he was like, yo, look, this person's gonna be running wide open. Throw it to him. I mean, because dude, he got the tools though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got the arm, he got the tools. He just,
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm sort of embarrassed because like the man was the number 1 quarterback coming out of his class, 5-star. He was a Heisman Trophy candidate when he was in the beginning of one of those years at Oklahoma. He was losing his spot with Caleb Williams.
That was
USC.
That was last year. That was last year because Texas, we was blowing Oklahoma out.
Yeah.
They benched Spencer Rattler and Caleb Williams come in and bring them was all the way back to beat us. That was horrible.
Man, listen. All I know is I feel like we should have got Caleb Williams and then USC should have got Spencer Rattler. Because my God, the boy thinks like
if y'all had Caleb Williams, that'd have been different.
The way how he reads,
he bigger.
It's just
he bigger too, and he bigger, more solid when he run. He's more of a threat with his legs. But the thing is, when somebody playing the Lincoln Riley, it's hard to tell how good of a player they are being in that system, man. Like Lincoln Riley got a system that works. Like that system works, bro. Like for anybody.
Yeah, I mean we saw it.
Baker or Jalen or Kyler, it don't matter who it is.
So so essentially what we're saying is Spencer isn't really the caliber of player that Baker, Jalen, and Kyler was. Obviously, because Jalen came from the SEC and went to Oklahoma and was a Heisman Trophy candidate.
That's because like Saban limited what he was doing on the field because Saban felt like he was a limited player. And then Lincoln was like, well, I'm going to just open it up for you. I'm going to let you use your legs. I'm going to, do some crossing routes. We're going to get them we're going to get them linebackers to come to bite down, and then you can do what you got to do from there. Y'all got to let us know in the comment section down below what y'all think of Spencer Rattler, because I think he still has I think he'll still get drafted, bro. I think he'll, even if he enters the draft this year, I think he'll be like a third round pick. And it'll be good for somebody because if he sit behind the right kind of quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And he learned because he got the talent. Once you got the talent and you sit behind a quarterback and learn, like if he sit because for 2 or 3 years he gonna go under the radar because ain't nobody gonna be they got Spencer Rattler, ain't nobody worried about that.
Yeah.
Until he go under the radar and then they be like Spencer Rattler starting this year, he start throwing dimes because he just gonna work on his craft. He just need to be disciplined. That's all he is. He lack discipline, and that lack of discipline ain't gonna help you in the SEC. So when you play against Georgia and Arkansas, you gonna get light up. You ain't disciplined.
Listen, we play Charlotte today. We play Charlotte at 7. No, we play Charlotte at 12. And the Spencer don't throw 4 touchdowns. I don't know.
I don't worry about the touchdowns, man. If you don't take care of the ball in the red zone, that's what we gotta talk. Because even if you run them touchdowns, he got to take care of the ball in the red zone.
I'm about to pop a blood vessel on my neck. I can't talk about that no more.
All right, yeah. All right, man. Y'all let us know in the comments, man. Y'all let us know in the comments. Go ahead.
Hey, man, shout out to Marshall, because Marshall, he was waiting for this Gamecock slander by me. Shout out to the man. All right, so we can go to Who's Hot. All right, now I'm about to get my energy back. I'm about to get excited. But we got the boys, Appalachian State. Boy, former 5-star quarterback Chase Bryce is leading the team on an assault. Man, we saw what they did.
He's really it.
Against North Carolina, putting up 40 points in the fourth. Man, we saw them beat Texas A&M. We saw them win on the Hail Mary against Troy. Them boys is hot, boy. They hot.
Dude,
they it.
Bryce is it, bro. Bryce is it, though. This dude, listen, I respect him, man. Like, he's like, dude, I ain't got to do that no big school. I watched this dude play. This man got grit, bro. He's a gritty player. Mm-hmm. I'll play for him any day.
Hey, listen, boy.
He can call me right now off the couch.
Put your ball
I'll come play for you. Yeah,
boy. You're gonna play for boy. Yes, sir.
For sure, man. He's really it, man. I respect this dude to the utmost, man. I like the way he play. I like his I like the way he command the troops, man. He lead the team.
Yep.
Appalachian State, man, they making a name for themselves, bro, for sure.
Yeah, man.
And being A&M, man, being A&M is a big deal, man, because like A&M was looked at as one of the top schools.
What I think, like in the history, this is like the first time they beat a ranked school like that high since 2007. Amani Edwards, right? Something like that. He was a quarterback back at the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's something right.
Yep. All right, man. Who you got for Who's Hot?
No, listen, man. I'm rolling with Michigan, bro. I got Michigan winning the Big Ten right now, dude. Nobody looking at Michigan. Michigan is playing football on both sides of the ball now. I know I'm gonna be like, man, Rick Barron overreact. They ain't play nobody, but look, when you play these lesser teams and they score like 21, 14 points, but you got 60, you like, okay, it's one thing. Now, Michigan is shutting people out. If you ain't ranked, we're not even letting you score. And I'm like, yo, that's the hardball in the man.
Yeah.
Hardball is like, yo, we gonna hold it down. Them boys is playing football, bro.
Yeah,
Michigan looks like a real threat, and I love it because when the big team is like that, right, and it comes down to Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, that team that comes out there normally be fighting back, because the last time, I wouldn't say the last time it's been like that, but sometimes when it's like that, that's when you could see Ohio State winning it all, because they beat Michigan on a field goal and they go into the college football playoff and show out. So I definitely got Michigan, man. I think Michigan is super solid, bro. I think they solid on offense and defense across the board. I like both of their running backs. Them boys both run the ball hard.
Oh yeah,
they run the ball hard. I like them. So Michigan is who I got tied in. I also got Ole Miss, man. So look, Ole Miss is a team I think can make some noise in the SEC. They probably won't finish undefeated, but I can see them giving somebody an upset. Okay. Somebody gonna come in they gonna come into Mississippi thinking it's a game. Ain't gonna be no game. They gonna write down your name on that wall, and every day they walk inside that locker room, them boys gonna be like, "Yep, this will be playing this week." And them boys, they look solid though. Yeah. They look like a tough team, man. Like they cornerbacks, I love their corners, bro. They corners like to play man up. They like to get physical with you at the line of scrimmage. I respect that. Them boys, they are all around gritty team. I don't really know their coach. I gotta look up some more about him, but he gotta be a gritty guy, because them boys at Ole Miss look like a team to be reckoned with. So that's who I think is hot right now. I think Ole Miss they like a locomotive. You're gonna have to stop them in their tracks. Yeah. Right now, they playing hot. They looking good.
All right. Mm-hmm. So you got one more for me, or are we moving on?
Yeah, we can move on from there.
All right, man. All right, y'all. We about to wrap up the show, but I got a last couple remarks. Man, we're going to take it down to high school, man. Hey, man, what's up with LSU recruiting class? Because these boys are just recruiting some ballers. Like, a couple weeks ago, you had that wide receiver who put up, 340-something yards in the air. He caught for 343, scored 3 touchdowns, and, he caught, 23 balls? Man, we going back down to Louisiana. I didn't cover this story to you yet, but this is gonna be a surprise for you. 4-star running back Trey Harley broke the Louisiana State rushing record for career yards with 8,951. That was a mark that was previously held in 2014, and it was 8,704. So he rushed for 247 yards last night to break the record, and he also scored 3 touchdowns. They got 6 more games left on the season. You think he could reach 10,000?
10,000? Yeah, because he had 9,000 now. Can he get 1,000 yards in 5 games? Is really the question.
Yeah, 6 games.
Well, yeah, I said it like that because he's at 89, 51. So I took the 1 game out and see, can he get 1,000 in 5 games? If he put up numbers like that, why not?
200. That's 200. That's 200 yards a game. 250. Yeah. That's 250 a game.
Yeah, like I was saying, if he get 250, a game, he'd be right there. I would assume that the teams they play later in the schedule will probably be a little more tougher. So he might have a game where he come out with 130. You know what I'm saying, rather than 250. But hey, listen, I'll be rooting for the guy though. I'll root for him because that'll be something that'll be hard to break. Especially because in high school football, in order to get that much yards, you been starting since you've been a freshman or something. You been varsity since you've been a freshman.
Yeah, I was looking at some stuff. Yeah, he put up 8. He put up 890 as a freshman. As an 8th grader, and then freshman year he put up 1,000. And then between his his sophomore and his junior year, he put together 5,000 yards, over 5,000, and 77 touchdowns in those 2 years. So yeah, the man's it. The man's elite. So I'll probably see his name probably somewhere down the line. But
going to LSU that'll be good for him. That's a good school. That's a good culture, especially because them boys on Brian Kelly head right now. He needs something.
Yeah, he needs some milk.
Yeah, he needs a little something, man.
All right, man. Well, that wraps up today's show for everybody. It's me, your boy Queso, the boy Boom Bam. I call the man Rick. But hey, man, it's been going for the gusto. Hey, we could see y'all on our next Wednesday, our NFL episode. But today, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, enjoy the games, live life to the fullest, man.
Yeah, y'all. We appreciate y'all boys for tuning in. We appreciate all the support, all the help, man. We appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe. Y'all boys put anything in the comment section. I promise you, we're super responsive. We will get back at you. If y'all got topics, y'all got ideas, anything y'all want for us, be sure to do that, man. Shout out to everybody who support, man. We appreciate it, man.
All right, man. See y'all, boys.